No hats. Or Florida State sweatshirts. Take it off. All right.
You recall the time that when we won the Revolutionary War, and then after we made this thing called the Bill of Rights. Remember how one of those amendments stated we had the freedom of speech? That's a saying that pictures talk. So if we were to have a giant picture of the Confederate flag, shouldn't it be able to speak? Many of my adversaries may take me as a joke, but really the funny thing is how we seem to always create paradoxes. The Bill of Rights stated all are equal, slaves weren't. George Washington and so didn't like slavery, yet they had slaves. And now the First Amendment clearly stated freedom of speech, and yet we can't wear a flag. Today, as the rebuttal, my goal is to point out the flaws of my opponent's speeches and show you that history's continuing paradox. For those of you who see the Confederate flags as a sign of slavery, then wait. Only the South had slaves? Let me put some facts up in this. George Washington, a Northern soldier turned president, absolutely loathed even the thought of slavery. But hold on, didn't he and the other founding fathers have slaves as well? I think so. The South did not have a lot of money, and industries like the North did. They could maintain a maintain a well economy. A man once told me, if a man tells another to clean their house, make sure that your house is clean. Do we seem like heartless slave users now? Now that we have the issue of slaves out of the way, I'm going to exercise my right as an American citizen, which is the fact I am legally allowed to freely express myself. If I wore a hoodie with the Confederate flag on it, I have the right to do so. Even though I'm not a fan of the flag, I have to stay objective. From a northern standpoint, I would say burn it to the ground. Like, have you taken a second to think what the South really fought for? I think about it. You make money from slaves to provide for your family. If you lose your slaves, you lose your money, then you and your family leave it on the curb. No economy whatsoever. To squash the slavery beat once and for all, I'm only going to say, didn't both sides have slave owners who were white? Well, when Nat Turner claimed to have his visions from God, he didn't say that the white southern serpent was out. He said the serpent, or the white man, including every white person, was out. He ain't care if you were north or south. To Cat, like Overture ain't care. John Brown ain't care. Honey Badger really ain't care. We both had our fair share of slave rebellions. To wrap up everything in a nutshell, when you look at it from the right perspective, the South isn't as evil as people claim it to be. Don't we have the right to wear the flag? Think about it very long before you jump to conclusions. Cut the camera.
Yes, sir.